Newsflash, people. You will not be successful as a professional battle rapper. You're not. You are not going to make lucrative money being a professional battle rapper. You are not, because there is pretty much no money as a professional battle rapper compared to a major rapper or major rap artist who goes on tour making 100 grand per tour, 100 grand per show at bare minimum. 100 grand per show at bare minimum compared to, I'm being generous. Maybe y'all get paid $1,000 per battle. You battle every 3 months. If not, these smaller leagues will pay you probably a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? Trying to book a venue where they gotta pay, a couple grand to rent the venue. You're gonna take a loss on that. Trying to find some headliners for your card. So you find guys like I don't know, he's on my head. Rum Nitty, who can't sell out a Motel 6 conference room. And no shades to Rum Nitty. He's a phenomenal lyricist. It's just that he's not marketable. My point in this video, and I want you guys to share it, the real BRC, this is a teaching moment. I want you guys to understand this, because I'm a guy that studies the culture, but also understands the culture, because not only do I know and understand the culture, I've done it myself. Professionally, I'm a IT consultant, right? But I have my own businesses that I've done in the past where I involve myself in creating events, marketing events and stuff like that. I know and understand how that works, right? And so the best thing that you guys can do, especially, again, so-called professional battle rappers, is humble yourself. Take time to learn from a person who's done it the most successful, and that is Cassidy. Again, I have to bring his name up consistently because I just talk about facts. I don't pull shit out of thin air. Nobody's paying me to say these things. I have to talk about facts. I have to talk about things that make sense. 2019 was the biggest year in terms of return on investment for a professional battle rap league. Hands down. The Cassidy versus Goods battle is about to reach 3 million views in the battle dropped in June 15th. Just a couple months. So you generated millions of dollars alone on YouTube. YouTube revenue. AdSense revenue. Pay-per-view sales. Most in URL history. First battle on URL history on the main stage as a headliner, and sold out the biggest venue in URL history. Humble yourself, guys. Okay, look at the card here, right? Look at the card here. Summer Impact, August 10th. Look at all this is touted to be the all-star event of battle rap, right? Tag teams, right? The all-star event of battle rap. You've never seen a card like this before, ever. You've never seen one like this before. And again, it's not by coincidence, it's by design for this to happen, because they were able to book all of these guys because of the money they generated from the Cassidy versus Goods battle. But that's not my point. My point is that why do you have so many of these top tier battle rappers on this card, but the venue only has a capacity of 2,000 people? Why is this particular venue smaller than a Cassidy versus Goods battle? Right? Where that venue hold up to 3,000 people and it's sold out. You know why, family? Because Cassidy is the blueprint of how to market and promote yourself in the battle rap culture. Humble yourself, listen and learn, pay attention how to generate the most money you can make for yourself. And stop battling for pennies and crumbs for these leagues. Understand business. Understand that you are a brand. Understand that whenever you go on the stage and whenever you prep for a battle, that you need to generate and make the most money that you can make. Because again, that's your intellectual property. 3 rounds you're crafting for another guy, you're prepping for months. That's your intellectual property. Is your objective to monetize your intellectual property? That means copyright your material. That means when your material is on YouTube, understand point splits when it comes to ad revenue. If you're not making money from the views off of YouTube and AdSense, you lost. If you're not copyrighting your material, you lost. If you're not negotiating a split in ticket sales, pay-per-view, if possibly it goes pay-per-view, or merchandise sales, if you don't understand that, you lost. You need to understand business and market and promote yourself better. Because again, you're not making money being a professional battle rapper. You're not. And you have to humble yourself and learn from the guy, the architect who've done it. And that is Cassidy. You guys have been battling for 10 plus years, making crumbs compared to league owners like Smack and Beasley, pocketing millions of dollars from ticket sales. Well, ticket sales that can generate up to $1 million combined based off all the cards they had this year, right? But they get the upfront money, and that money comes in real time. So if they're booking their battles using, like, for instance, what's that app called? Okay, like, for instance, Ticketmaster, right? And they attach it to their bank account. Every sale, they see it in real time. It gets directly deposited into their PayPal account or their bank account. They see it in real time. How do I know this? I've done it myself. I see the money coming in real time. So they pay you up front. They invest in you, right? They invest in you up front. So they're trying to understand, okay, listen, I'm going to put you on this card. You're going to be paired up with this person on this date at this venue. Here's the money up front, or here's half of the money up front, and we'll pay you the rest based off the contractual obligations. We'll pay you during or after the battle. Whatever how is negotiated, right? That's how it works. And so you get crumbs, the league owners get the lion's share of the money generated. It needs to be, it's almost like boxing. Well, it is like boxing. Back in the day, and this is a perfect analogy. And if you follow boxing, which I do, I follow the sport very closely. A lot of the contracts, especially back in the day, like the Don Kings of the world, even the Bob Aarons of the world, they would have their fighters sign slave deals, slave contracts, right? Even on a fight-by-fight basis, because the majority of the money will be sent to the promoter. They will make the lion's share while the fighter who's going in the ring, preparing, training for the fight, gets crumbs. This is how you guys are being treated today. You guys are under slave contracts, even if you're even if you're not on a contract, a battle by battle basis, it's still a slave deal because you're getting a very small percentage of the money that these leagues owners are generating. This particular event, Summer Impact, it'll be a travesty if it does not sell out in a 2,000 seat capacity venue. There's a reason why they chose a smaller venue than they did for Cassidy versus Goods. Even if you have all you guys lined up together, for an all-star event, they chose a smaller venue that only has a capacity of 2,000 seats. It says it's right here. 2,000 seats for Fillmore in Charlotte. All right? A 2,000 seat venue. So, they are taking a risk on you guys. But they know that they're going to make, and I'm talking about league owners, Smack Beasley, the Kings of the Dots of the world, the RBEs of the world. They are taking the lion's share of the money being generated for these events. You have to understand and get leverage on that as a professional battle rapper. Because there's to a point there's a point where you have to understand, you have to graduate from being a professional battle rapper or do something else. And again, you follow the blueprint by Cassidy, because you're not going to be wealthy or rich being a professional battle rapper. You're just not. You're just not. And the only way that you can be semi-successful is follow the blueprint of Cassidy, because he's done it the best. And again, going back to boxing, there's a point where when you're a boxer, depending on your weight division or even all the weight divisions, you reach a pinnacle. And that pinnacle is what's called undisputed champion of the world. That means you hold titles in all of the major sanctioning bodies in boxing. WBO, WBA, IBF, WBC. That's your pinnacle. In battle rap, there's really no pinnacle like that. Right? And so when these events like Summer Impact, when they're booking these smaller venues that hold 2,000 seats, right? And you're being paid up front a certain percentage for the battle, and you're not negotiating your pay-per-view percentage splits, how much money you're making off from the YouTube views, ticket sales, merchandise, you're basically, and I'm going to call a spade, you're basically a prostitute. Prostitutes don't negotiate. They take what's given to them. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. So humble yourself, learn a thing or two from the guy that's generated the most money for a league in history, and that is the URL, and that is Cassidy, who came this year after a 4-year hiatus from Battle and Disaster. Learn a thing or two from him. Because there's to a point where you can't make the money, you can't be successful, you can't be lucrative being a professional battle rapper. Focus on your music. You're supposed to be an artist first. That's the first, your first priority is being an artist and showcasing your music, showcasing your mixtapes, your albums, going on tour. Battle rap is supposed to be an extension of that, not a professional career, but an extension of you being an artist, a rapper, an MC. It's not the other way around. You're supposed to be going on tour, doing shows for 100K or more all over the world, and then going back to the URL, or these battle leagues every once in a while to show, to show you still for the culture and all that stuff. That's what Cassidy's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to share this with you guys, man. You and all the bloggers out there as well. You guys like the J Blacks of the world and all that. You guys have big platforms, I get it, and you guys thrive off of battle rap. But remember, battle rap is a very niche market, extremely niche market. Because you guys can't even sell out a 5,000 seat capacity venue. It's extremely niche. And the only way that you do that is if you pair yourself up with somebody outside of battle rap to sell out a 5,000 seat venue. Like they did with Total Slaughter 6 years ago. And that failed. That's why Eminem hasn't done one since. Because there's no money in battle rap. You can't do that consistently. Not even since the Blaze battle in the early 2000s HBO. Where you had Idea who won that. Rest in peace to him. You have to graduate from battle rap and do something bigger and better. Focus on your music, be an artist, and start touring and start making some real money. Or learn from the best and humble yourself, and that's Cassidy. Pick your poison. All right? So those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you share this video, family. The real BRC, the real battle rap community, man. This is a learning lesson, a teaching moment. I want you guys to understand this, man. Straight up. All right, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Chauncey signing out. I am battle tested. Peace.